true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you, Radio Biafra live broadcast by the leader of Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The morning broadcast, live, and direct, on the 4th day of April, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran restoration websites at www.ipob.org, and radiobiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org, to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
Yeah. unscathed, we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our anointed might. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever. All hail Biafra, land of the rising sun. We love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In him we trust. Shout it, sing it, all hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra.
Good morning, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are. This very morning from Biafra land, this very afternoon from, I believe, places like India, and also this very evening if you are in Japan or thereabout. It does not matter where you are, we are live and we are direct, and this is Radio Biafra. We are welcoming you. We are asking you to also welcome other people. It is slightly unorthodox this morning because we are not starting on top of the hour, because we want to see those of you who are hardcore and dedicated. We want to understand if there are people that listen to Radio Biafra 24/7. Some say, I listen to nothing else. This program is dedicated to you this very morning. Those of you that are devoted to the work that we are doing, those of you that are part and parcel of this very restoration effort, the program this morning goes out to you for your loyalty, your dedication to your country, for your devotion to this very noble cause that will restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth now and forever. That is why we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Because unlike any other, Radio Biafra is listened to in every major country around the world, with the exception of one or two rather established broadcasters. Radio Biafra is the most listened to radio station on this very earth. We are formidable. Everywhere you go to, people listen to us. We put our enemies to the shade because we never ever stop. Our enemies may stop, but we don't. We continue until we accomplish the will of God that we are here to do. Therefore, this very morning, via CHK 97.6, the morning of the 5th day of April in the year of our Lord 2015, with the time now standing at very close to 7:45 a.m. in the morning here in Biafra land, in Enugu to be precise. We must welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are, regardless of what you are doing, irrespective of where you are domiciled. It is absolutely irrelevant the continent you're in, the country, the town, the city. It doesn't matter. Do you have CHK 97.6 reachable to you? If you are in River State or in Igbo to be precise, which is Port Harcourt, are you accessible? Are you close to? Are you close to anybody that has reception of 88.0, CHK 88.0 in Port Harcourt? Do you know anybody that has access to satellite? Because Radio Biafra is a satellite broadcaster. Do you know we are on satellite on free to air? Any free to air decoder. Not the ones you pay for. Of course, we are still there if you make some slight adjustments. Any free-to-air decoder that you have, do you know Radio Biafra is there? Most of you have Radio Biafra on satellite without knowing it. If you have a free-to-air channel, that is the decoder which you don't pay for, to get all those channels, then there is Radio Biafra there. If you scan for Radio Biafra where they have audio, you will see Radio Biafra. Some of you don't know you have it already on your satellite. But today we are letting you know that we are on every free-to-air. My TV Strong, just name it. Once it is a free-to-air decoder. Today is the 4th. Thank you very much. You cannot blame me, please, having to address people in all the time zones of the world. Please do bear with me. Today is the 4th day of April. Please, I don't want people to become confused. In Biafra land, it is the 4th. In Biafra land, it is the 4th, please, not the 5th. The 4th day of April in the year of our Lord 2015. Thank you very much, Ikenna. Thank you, very Christian Ikenna. Thank you for that, please. Thank you for drawing my attention to it. When you have to address people as far apart as Japan and also California in the USA, sometimes you become lost in the process. You do become lost in that very process. You must try and bear with us. Even those of them in Los Angeles right now, it is still their 3rd of April. Those in Los Angeles, California, it is their 3rd of April. We are in our 4th. And in not too distant future, Japan will enter their 5th. Because the world is covered by 24 hours. The same way it is to 8 a.m. here in the morning, it is somebody's to 8 p.m. in the evening. That is the way it is. And it is somebody's 8 a.m. of the, I want to get this right, of the day before, which is the 3rd. It is somebody's 8 a.m. also on the 3rd. The more west you travel, That is, until you hit the international deadline once again. That is how the world is structured for timekeeping purposes, and that is how Chukwu Abịama made it, because the earth rotates around the sun to make sure that time keeps ticking over with mathematical precision. Because mathematics is a discipline of truth. All variables being equal, 1 plus 1 will always be equals to 2. That is the same principle of the truth. That is the same principle of Chukwu Abịama that never ever changes. That is something that people don't understand. Those of them that came to steal, those that came to lie, those that came to pillage, those of them that claim that they brought us the word of God, when indeed they brought us almost the word of Arose, having mixed it with the word of God. That is why they are mistaken. That is why they fell apart. That is why they don't go to church anymore. That is why here we believe in Chukwu Abịama and no other. That is why this very morning also we remember heaven, we remember the grace and the might, the magnificence and the throne of Chukwu Abịama. He sits in heaven and he's resting, where his foot rests is upon this very earth. That is why we honor, we adore, we praise Chukwu Abịama. We praise him to high heavens and back. We adore him. We magnify his holiness. We offer adulation. Chukwu Abịama, we honor your name as we always do here on this very platform that you made, on this very platform that was created to worship you in truth and honesty. Therefore, this morning, do not turn your back against your children. Come to accept our praise. Come to accept our offering of thanks. Come, Chukwu Abịama, to be in the midst of your children as we pursue this very effort that you asked us to come here to pursue, that in the end, Biafra will come and every honor and glory will belong to your magnificent name now and forever. If you are listening, your ears are not deceiving you, because we are live and we are direct. This very program is meant for those of you that are dedicated. This very program is meant for those of you that listen to Radio Biafra all the time. That is why we took everybody unawares this morning to try and come at an odd time to see how many of you are dedicated. And I'm sure there are very many. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, the commander of all her forces, and in the same vein, the director of Radio Biafra. By the very special grace of Chukwu Abịama, I will now, tomorrow, and always remain a faithful, loyal, obedient servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. So help me, Chukwu Abịama. We will not go back, which means that we will not retreat nor surrender. Why do I know that we will not retreat nor surrender? It is because we are incorruptible. Other people may have come with the name of Biafra and became corrupt, like Ifeanyi was Rikonyoshino. He may have come to cut a deal with politicians. He may have come to build hotels. Wazirike may have come to go and build hostels. The criminal of our time, Ifeanyi of this very age, may have come to enrich himself, to take us back to servitude. But we have come in truth and honesty. That is something he can never possess. We have come not to kidnap, not to kill. We have come to bring life and not death. We have come to bring light and not darkness. We have come to preach the word of Chukwu Abịama and not the deeds of Satan. We have come that Biafra may be here and that the zoological republic of Nigeria may disintegrate completely, never to be put back together again, because by the time we are done, there will not be any name Nigeria anymore. Yugoslavia broke up, Soviet Union broke up, Czechoslovakia broke up, even Serbia broke up, Ethiopia broke up, Sudan broke up. The zoo must break. The zoological republic must break up. That is what we are saying. This place is an entity of darkness. This place is being presided over by a terrorist. Biafra land has within it a terrorist and a master deceiver and cheat. Wazirike, that will continue to deceive as many of you as possible, and you are going to hell with him. You people are standing on the bones of 6 million people that died, over 1 million children starved to death by Yoruba people. You people don't know what you are doing, but judgment is about to come. It has started already for one of the idiots this morning. Therefore, I ask you, if Wazirike sends you on his stupid errands, nothing to do with Biafra, do not go. If you go, you are risking your life. If you go, you are risking your life. Ask the idiot at Ohozara this morning, they will tell you what they did to him. If Wazirike sends you and you go and try and destroy Biafra, you are finished. You are finished. People are asking for oil and pipeline contract. Masop is asking for contract to destroy Biafra from within. That is their job. To be answering Biafra. Nobody knows who is pursuing who anymore. Wazirike is using the name of Masop to try and commit atrocities here. Those idiots he's sending must understand that their members are in prison. Wazirike is not asking after them. Those of you that put on your useless plate number, Wazirike is traveling with federal government plate number. You are traveling with Masop plate number. They catch you, they put you in jail. Your family will go and start selling land to come and bail you out. But your master is traveling about with federal government plate number. Indeed. All of you idiots in Masop. This is Radio Biafra. We must continue. Very soon, very, very soon, I tell you, you will no longer exist. All of you. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiyama is also here with us. Every criminal, every vagabond, if you are corruptible, because we are incorruptible, please don't come here. If you are somebody who is tainted, you don't come here, because we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is why anything we touch works. We have been able to do things hitherto, in fact, unthinkable. Why? Because our hands are clean, conscience very clear. Chukwu Abiyama presiding. That is why we are able to do the things that we do here on this very platform. Those that doubt us, we always put them to shame. I was telling a former yesterday that I'm even bored. I don't see gossiping anymore. I am bored. I want them to gossip because I want to keep proving people wrong. That is why Ifajuna is finished, because I will prove him wrong. I have proven him wrong before, and he is being destroyed in his own eyes. Oh, he cannot do anything about it. That's what we are doing. Building the largest coalition ever possible, founded upon truth and honesty. Unstoppable. So that the Ifajuna of our time, serving our Fulani with the contract to destroy. People are in oil contract and pipeline protection. The idiot is in Nigerian protection within Biafra land. You thank Jonathan because of Jonathan, as you align yourself with somebody like as wretched and as hopeless a thieving animal like Wazirike, what do you expect? You will fall, you will fail. Ndioshi Nandiama. They always fail in the end, and they will continue to fail. They will continue to fail. Local job. Hey, Biafra, here we come. Useless vagabonds. Idiots. People died and they are in mortuaries. Everywhere. Have you buried them in Masop? All you idiots in Masop. Did you not vote for P2B? Did P2B not kill you at Onitsha? Did you not go back to vote for the same P2B again? Mad people in this maybe. Your madness will continue because Chukwu Abiyama has decreed that all of you following Wazirike will die with him. I get job because you people are fools. You don't use your brain to reason. Your master is driving with federal government plate number. Oh, okay, see me. I am strategizing with Jonathan. When Jonathan comes there, after 2 or 3 days, he will call Ban Ki-moon. Ban Ki-moon will call Kofi Annan. Where is Jonathan now? He has handed over to a terrorist. Mad people. Mad people. The sooner you banish yourselves to history, the better for us. And anybody who have left, any group of people that have left this particular baboon, look for another name. That name is tainted. That name, Masop, is evil. You must change it. This is Radio Biafra. We must continue our work. And this work is to preach the gospel in truth and honesty, remaining, of course, as always, incorruptible. That is a banner we wear here very proudly. If the barrister can get through to me, as soon as the very eminent barrister can come through to me, I will be mostly appreciated. I will appreciate it, as a matter of fact. Once again, we welcome each and every one of you. We are presenting our news live and direct this very morning, with the time now standing at approximately 2 minutes to 8 a.m. in the morning. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwu Abiyama is our God. Therefore, wherever you are, regardless of what you are doing, we welcome you. We welcome you in truth and honesty, because we are live and direct. We welcome you also knowing fully well that you will listen to this very gospel and your life will change. You will acknowledge Chukwu Abiyama as your creator, your Alpha and your Omega, which means Malite Ogwugwu, the beginning and the end. Alpha and Omega, they are Greek words. Beginning and the end, English. Malite Ogwugwu is Biafran. We must continue by giving you our news headlines and accompanying news summary, after which our lines will open. Then we proceed to go to work. In terms of taking your calls, that is. Anyone who is against Yoruba pipeline contract is an enemy of the Yoruba, according to the little local tout they have there in OPC, Gani Adams. Cowards who are now very rich as a result of oil flowing from Biafra land. Anyone who is against OPC's pipeline contract is an enemy of the Yoruba. Everybody, that is the mentality, the mindset of black people. Very, very myopic, very, very useless. If you are against OPC pipeline contract. OPC got oil pipeline contract. Niger Delta Volunteer Force, I'm sure they had the same, and other militant groups in parts of Biafra land. Masop members, what is your own contract? Because you don't see a penny that they give to the idiot. Some of you lost your livelihoods because of Masop. Where are you today? Does it take care of any of you? The answer is no. Does it do anything for you? The answer is capital no. Instead, you go to your regions and raise money. Have you asked about IPOB, how we do things here? On Urubewan Nabal also, do you know we don't abandon anybody? No matter how insignificant the problem might be. We always go to their rescue. Are you aware of that? I'm not sure you do, because you're a baboon and a monkey of the worst kind. A liar, deceiver, and a cheat, using the name of Biafra to try and enrich yourselves. Everybody is on a lucrative contract. How about your master, the virgin of our time? What is his own contract? He has taken and pocketed. He collected amnesty money. Did you know that? From Yaradua? Did he give the money to you? They gave him oil. Well, did he give it to you? Go and ask the vagabond. Do you or do you not? I hate liars and deceivers and cheats. That is why I talk about them. I will not talk about you if you abandon Biafra tomorrow morning, because you are no good. As long as you go about telling people you are doing Biafra, we will keep exposing you here. The same thing applies to Mbaka and everybody else. We don't give a toss who you are. Once you are not with Biafra, you get away from here and do something else. If you mention Biafra, we demand consistency from you and we praise you. Once you mention Biafra, we demand consistency from you and we will always praise you. If you mention Biafra in the morning and the zoo in the evening, you are toast. You are finished. Because we don't want Biafra built on hypocrisy. We don't need that here. If you stand with us, you stand with us. If you're for Awasa Fulani, then you go to Awasa Fulani. There'll be no problem. There are many politicians who from the beginning, the Hausa people, like Iwanyanwu, Nwobodo, Atonzeribe, we don't talk about them because you know the Hausa people, there is no need talking about them. But anybody who on one hand you're claiming, oh, I'm fighting for Igbo, I'm fighting for Niger Delta, and you do that, go back again and talk about Nigeria, you are gone. Because here, on WKCME, there is only one way to do it. That is to be scrupulously clean, honest, and truthful. Any other way, if we say this now, then we strategy. It is about strategy. The way you strategize. Mad people. When you worship Chukwu Abiyama in heaven, do you strategize? Are you not honest in your offering of praise to heaven? The same thing applies to here on this very earth, because as it is in heaven, so shall it be on this very earth. Honesty and truthfulness. Your conscience must be very clear. In the public. If you want to call upon heaven to look at, to come and validate, or to come and accredit what you're doing, because sometimes even heaven will have to come down to say, show us what you have done, that we may accredit it. It's like having any other thing in life. You need permission, you need permit, and you need license that is subject to renewal. Some of them are divine from birth, but some is subject to renewal from time to time. When heaven comes for validation, will you also be ready? I ask. That is why keeping your hands clean is important. Be very clean in what you're doing when it comes to Biafra. It abhors evil. Biafra doesn't like contamination. It's a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. It does not like contamination. You have to be clean. Whiter than white and whiter than snow. Anything you touch is progressing. That is how you know. With or without money. Steady, there is no problem anywhere, because Chukwu Abiyama sits in heaven. That is why. Gani Adams has pipeline contract, so does militants. Okay, MASOP members, you have contract of kidnapping people. Not Hausa people, I say to you, but fellow Biafrans, so that Biafra will not come. But meanwhile, you are jumping up and down with Biafran flag. Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. What have you done apart from your local village? The answer is nothing. Do you know IPOB is all over the world? You don't know? No, this evening you will know, because we are creating a dedicated line for all our principal officers of state. Then you will see how formidable we are. We are not local champions or from village in Kewala villagers. Rubbish. Mad people. Anyone who is against OPC's pipeline contracts is an enemy of the Yoruba people, according to Gani Adams. Every Yoruba person is feeding off the oil industry coming from Biafra land. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Everybody, if every other person is an enemy of the, I prefer people who reason things through. When Hausa Fulani send people to come bearing Igbo names, to come and attack our people, not attack, to come and be critical of what we are doing, which I welcome, because without criticism, you cannot be any better. Do you know that? Do you know I love to be criticized? Because it tells me where I should be very conscious of. I love criticism. I love it very, very much. Because America is the way it is, because those in public office are being criticized. Britain, the same thing. Not with any malicious intent, but based on truth. And if there is nothing to be critical of, then you just abandon it. But if there is, then by all means go ahead and say it. Because I love to prove people wrong in the end. I enjoy that feeling. As I said, that our transmitter is a nuclear weapon. Once we unveiled it, it destroyed everything in one go. And now I'm not happy. Because that is how I know those fathered by Hausa Fulani. I want to see them. Now they are now on the ground, saying that they are part of us. When indeed, they have Hausa blood in them. How world powers plotted Jonathan's defeat. Did we not tell you that before? Do you know who is reporting this news? A Yoruba newspaper. Anything we tell you on Radio Biafra is correct. Abundantly correct. Did I not tell you that world powers plotted against Jonathan? I told Jonathan you can never win. 2.5 years ago, Jonathan, you can never ever win. The forces against you are immense. And you have not done anything in the intervening 2.5 years to stop it. Because of your dithering and indecisiveness. I understand you're a very good person. You don't want to kill people needlessly. You are not a murderer. I understand that. After all, there is a part of you that is Biafran. You don't like to shed blood. It's understandable. But if you have to make an omelette, you must break an egg. If you're the commander-in-chief, sometimes you have to order for the death of some people. In this case, I was a Fulani terrorist. But you didn't do so. Because you failed to do so, because you failed to act upon instructions and advice given to you, that is why you have been unceremoniously dumped out of office, and rightfully so, in my opinion. And in your place, you now have a terrorist. The world plotted to put a terrorist in power, according to you. You know, you're bad with their media. And that is why they are scared. That is why they no longer mention Radio Biafra. They no longer talk about IPOB. They won't talk about Nnamdi Kanu anymore. Why? Because they know we are serious. But if you're not serious, they'll be writing about you. Oh, we are going to launch our ID card today. Oh, Biafra launches new ID card. We are going to launch our passport. Oh, Biafra now has a passport. Go and buy it for 5,000 naira. We are about to have a plate number. Yoruba write about all this mashup now because they know they're not serious. Now that we are serious, will they talk about us? The answer is no, because they know these people are very, very deadly. Do you think they are foolish? No, they're not. They will always write about rubbish. If they begin to talk about you, you are talking about Biafra, you know that the project you have is empty and vacuous. When Yoruba media is afraid of you, they don't talk about you. And I said that by the time, right now, we are the most listened to radio station on this very planet, apart from only 2. By the time our TV comes in to be something, the more people we reach, the more people that don't tune into Radio Nigeria anymore. For your information. That is how formidable we are. How world powers, according to Yoruba newspaper Tribune, how world powers plotted Jonathan's defeat. Of course, it's world powers. Our people don't know the meaning of lobbying. You need friends in the outside world. But we have discovered one thing. There are friends that we need that nobody can influence. Those that believe in the truth. Do you know who they are? They are the ones that vote for these corrupt people in the Western world. I mean the American public and the British public. That's the people we're going for. We are going to convince the American public and the British public as to the merit of our pursuit. If you are talking about their politicians, you are wasting your time. You go to the people. They will now put pressure on their politicians and say to them, if you don't support Biafra, we will not vote for you. So they will have no. If you think that by going and begging for, oh please, Oga white man, come and help me here. I am, of course, even if Ifajuna couldn't do it. Ask Ifajuna, have you met any government official in your life before, apart from the one I introduced him to? The answer is no. Never. Never. Who have you met in the past? The answer is nobody. I'm busy plotting how to kidnap somebody in Igbo land so I can blackmail them later. So I can be saying I'm doing Biafra, but I'm in actual fact a thief. And my name is Rafael Owazurike. These people that are so foolish, I came to them at night and I said I'm going to get Biafra, but in actual fact I was a very poor man. I was a lawyer in Lagos. I wasn't doing very well. I was looking for how to eat. That's only see. And because the devil had gone inside most of you, you failed to see the truth even when it was staring you in the face. And that was how kidnapping came into Igbo land, through Owazurike. Ask him if I'm lying. It's a sworn deposition before a court of law that states categorically, as a testimony, Owazurike asked us to go into kidnapping. Oh dear Lord. 25 trusted loyalists that failed Jonathan at the polls. a must read. Please, your grammar has to be correct. Your writing to the whole world, it is a must read. I believe is a typo. Typographical error. I love what Anambrarians News is doing. Is a website. I love what they're doing. But please, let us try and get most things correct. I love what they're doing, I must say. I love what they're doing. I love what 247U reports are doing as well. And also, sometimes when it suits them, no, that one is an Awusa supporter. 247U reports, Anambrarians News, Biafran Chronicle. If you're looking for places where you get authentic news about Biafra or things that may relate to Biafra, these are the places to go to. And of course, not forgetting www.radiobiafra.co, the daddy of them all. Everything we do is Biafra. Everything we do is to bring Biafra to its fruition. Logical conclusion in truth and honesty. www.radiobiafra.co. Sometimes you may want to go there, you will not be able to get in. Do you know why? Because there are too many people. The bandwidth is not sustainable, and we don't have the money to keep expanding it. If you go to rblworld.tv, we are also there. And if you don't know what to do, go to Google, type in Radio Biafra, and the rest will be here. Everybody that dared ever to rise up in challenge of what we are doing, I told them, because Chukwu Abiyama did not ask you to come, you cannot last long. On a hand that kind of they fizzle out. I never wanted to do this work. But Chukwu Abiyama said, if you don't do it, you will go mad. Overnight. I had no choice than to do it, because heaven spoke and I had to listen. Who am I to say no to the voice of heaven? 25 trusted loyalists that failed Jonathan, including Ifajuna. Ifajuna of our time. Right now, he's sending emissaries to Buhari. General, how can I help you here? I have the key. I have kidnapped as many Igbo men as possible. I have blackmailed them. I have everything. If you want me to show you, I will show you. I am a local thief here. And who knows the contract the terrorists will give to him? Biafran. Arewa Consultative Forum and Yoruba Forum cautioned Dokubo over militancy threat because everybody wants their oil. But we support Asare Dokubo in every utterance that he makes, as long as it is consistent with the coming of Biafra. As long as Asare Dokubo continues to speak the way he does, he has our support, 100% of it. 100% of it. Vanguard has come again. Vanguard. Big time. They said Igbos and political naivety. In other words, if you stand up, this thing that we did is everybody is lamenting about it, that we stopped people from voting. Because of that, it is political naivety. This thing in the Igbo name is naivety. It is not. It doesn't show leadership or vision. Because you don't know where you stand. We know where we stand. We are doing without the zoological republic. Can you do the same? Of Igbos and political naivety. Everybody is now talking about, watch them Yoruba. That is their classic attack. That is how they start. Something can be started by Punch newspaper, then it takes over. Vanguard comes in, then Tribune comes in. Then after that, Hausa will come in with Daily Post to embellish it. Then Daily Independent is somewhere. There is their way of approach. I know them very well. For the next 6 months now, in order to weaken the potency of Radio Biafra, what they are going to do, they will not launch any direct frontal attack. They will never mention Biafra. They talk about Igbo. Igbo, remember, you are naive politically. You cannot do this politically. You miscalculated. Trying to weaken the resolve of the already corrupt idiots to try to say no to Biafra. They are masters at it, and I respect them for that. But now they have one almighty roadblock, and that is Radio Biafra. They know that intellectually they can never stand. Intellectually, they can never ever compete. They know that very well. So they go for some of you who are very weak. Weak-minded people who are very foolish. Maybe they will offer you senator position the way they offered me in 2009. Who knows? They may even come and say to you, they will make your sons and daughters commissioners. Who knows what they will offer you? All in a bid to try and weaken you. All in a bid to try and test your resolve. And if you are as foolish as we know some of you are, you will fall for it. But here we never retreat nor surrender. We only march forward. They are now attacking, very subtly attacking Igbo people. Very, very subtly. I will stop Obiano from joining APC, according to Ogene. Can somebody please tell Obiano, please? I don't know if this is a political mischief or what by this very vanguard. Please find out from Willie Obiano and tell Willie Obiano that any day he dreams of APC, go and tell him now, because I don't know if they are testing us to see if Willie Obiano can go and join APC. Do you see why we say don't vote for anybody? We campaigned for APC not to enter into Anambra State. Radio Biafra, and we stopped APC in Anambra. That's why they're afraid. They know that. They know what we can do. We stopped APC in Anambra. Flat, dead, in Anambra, because we said Anambra is the first son of Biafra land. You don't enter into that territory. You don't come in. Anambra is the first son. Opara, you don't come in there. We stopped APC from entering into Anambra. Go and tell him. Go and tell him. Tell Willie Obiano that life will be hell for him if he abandons Abga to go and join the terrorists. Tell him that, please. If somebody close to Obiano, go and tell him. This place won't contain all of us. Go and tell him. Now you see why we should not vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for. In the end, they turn into chameleons. Obiano is contemplating joining APC. Oh my goodness. The other day was Mbaka talking about his General Buhari. Today is Obiano. I don't know why you people specialize in giving me heart attack. What is wrong with you people? Why can't you ever be consistent? Why can't you be consistent, for goodness sake? Stand on what you believe in and stand on it very firmly. My goodness me. Okorocha went from Abga to APC. Now you want to go and join Okorocha as well. It's being reported, please, that Willie Obiano wants to go and join APC. Imalakonyo will go and tell him before you say, with this thing that Radio Biafra is doing, we don't like it. Go and tell him, please. Go and tell him. We don't want that type of nonsense in Biafra land, please. No APC. No APC. Igbo should have told Azikiwe's footstep by supporting Buhari. What did I tell you? Every newspaper every day they'll be writing it. It's called the drip effect. They'll be talking about the same thing, but very slowly. You should have been like Zeke. Why don't you support him? You are losing out. You don't have any Senate president, no House speaker, no this, no that. Don't you? Because no APC person won anything. No federal house, no House of Reps, and no Senate. Of course, nobody will rig himself in. Oh, why can't you see that slot is gone? Let me ask you. When Evans and Wenham was there, and who is the next person? No, Chuba Kadibo. After Evans and Wenham, Chuba, only Igbo people squabbling for position, you know. The same office. Evans and Wenham, Chuba Kadibo. What is that one? Is it Wambara? After Wambara, it was Pius Anyim. 4 Senate presidents in the Igbos also. In one tenure. Obasanjo will only name Akaja. Because you are looking for money. Obasanjo or Izuzuruga. No honor and no dignity. They will mess you around and toss you to the side. 4 campaigned for it. 4 got it. Since Awasa has been there, Despite all their bribery and corruption, have you seen an Hausa man call for the removal of Tambuwal? They even forced people to respect Tambuwal, despite his compromise and treachery. What does that tell you about your hopeless political situation in the Zoological Republic? Here already, you can see why people listen to us. It's called compulsive listening. Because even those so-called politicians, they are listening to Radio Biafra right now, this very second, this minute. Because they too, they yearn for the truth. They are evildoers, yes, but they want to hear the truth all the same. And they come to Radio Biafra, which is live and direct this very morning. Igbos should have behaved like Azikiwe. When we followed Azikiwe, have you not seen where we are today? If we go to Ahodianyin, everybody is now on it. Support. Basically, what they're saying is that don't follow what Radio Biafra is saying. That is exactly what Yoruba is telling you. And Hausa. And the middle belt in between the middle. But are we disturbed, perturbed, deterred? The answer is no. We continue. Who's going to stop us? Igbo should have told Azikiwe's footsteps by being betrayers of their own interest. But we say no here on Radio Biafra. The laughing Muslims were taunting the Christians as they massacred them. This is your Easter holiday, they shot at them. Come and enjoy Easter. Carry the cross of Christ, and they shot all of them dead. And their master is at the throne now. Ekwensu, in Abuja. The terrorist has come. But do you have... I love this fight, you know. I honestly speaking, I feel very happy about it. We are going to get Biafra when an Hausa man is in charge. That is beautiful. Not with Jonathan. Jonathan connived with us through the back door. No. I want this the very hard way. I don't know if you understand. If there is no trouble, I create one. To test myself to make sure that we are still functioning very well. I told a farmer yesterday we don't have enemies anymore, and it's disturbing me. I need enemies from within, so that we don't become complacent. I need to know if from within and without, so that our sword will always be sharpened, ready for action. All this truce and peace, people approaching us saying they want to come to IPOB, is boring. To be honest with you, I find it a bit boring. I want people who disagree with us, so that we can lock horns and do battle, because I enjoy the feeling of defeating them in the end. I just love it. It makes me feel good. I will not have Jonathan in power when we get Biafra. The way it is now is best. And Hausa man, the man that came into Owerri and killed our people, is now in power. This is the time to fight and get Biafra as a man, not like a weasel. Kenya, we are laughing at Muslims as they were killing them. The same thing that happens in Sabongeri in Kanu before they kill you. They laugh at you and they call you Nyamri, and then they blow you up. Then a monkey from somewhere will come out and tell you to be like Azikiwe. Be like Azikiwe. We don't condone evil here. What Africa had before colonization, and I don't know why this page is not showing very well. It is not showing. This very news is important, but it's not showing very well. Some of the civilizations we had here before the white man came. If not for white man now, will you be an economist? And I say, if not for the white man, in CBD would have still been here. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. That's our way of writing. People don't know that Arochukwu people and some parts of Ohafia are also people from Efik. Do you know that people that sometimes just come out of aeroplane or come out of Chisco bus? I don't know if Chisco has recovered after the burning of his luxurious buses. Someone needs to tell me, please. And will Igbos go and help Chisco? Or will all those Igbo bank managers give Chisco money to go and restart his business? The answer is no. maybe he will become a full-time beggar now, but God forbid. Monarch and 6 other APC members killed as gunmen sack Rivers village. I love that. I love it. Enemies of Biafra, they will fall. APC, I was a Fulani, but please, no indiscriminate killing. I don't know why they're killing people in our villages, please. I love the attack against APC. That is absolutely proper because APC means Islam. If you allow them to establish, they will kill you. That is why you must cut off the head of APC before you do anything else. APC is evil. They represent, or should I say that they are the reincarnation of Satan. You will not know. They will give you sweet and chewing-gum. I remember when we were small, when your senior brother, when a girl comes to see your senior brother or your cousin, they will send you to go and buy Fanta, Coke, sweet and chewing gum. Do you remember that? You know they want to seduce a girl. Fanta, especially Fanta, sweet, chewing gum. They used to sing a song with it. In here, sweet na chewing gum name, non Arabto ma born bed Anthony. If you remember that very well. The same thing with APC, and by the time the girl gets pregnant, the boy wants to run away. By then it's too late. That is what APC are doing in Imo State. Sweet and chewing gum. Once you are implicated and you are finished, they abandon you. And by the time you wake up in the morning, you hear an ulama calling you to prayer by 5:30 in the morning. Sweet and chewing gum is the little roundabout you can see. The 1 kilometer road that he took money from Islamic Bank to build. Okorocha took money from Islamic Bank to build roads for you. And you'll be paying back Islam for heaven knows how long. Because the next governor of Imo State can never be Rochas Okorocha. It's impossible. They will try and rig it, no doubt about that. But there'll be death and mayhem in Imo State. Be rest assured. Buhari cannot be killing our people in the Mohammedan Emirates of the North through his agents, Hizbah Police, Janjaweed, Al-Majiri, and Boko Haram. And then APC will come and win in Biafra land. You are dreaming in your dreams. There'll be no APC. I know some of you are, the terrorist is now in charge. Let us try and do something so that we can belong there. You are talking rubbish. Buhari came to Owerri to kill our people. There is no way Owerri can vote for any party that Buhari belongs to. It's impossible. They can never do it. That is why Okorocha can never, ever, ever, ever win. It's impossible. And we are going to mount our campaign for Biafra. I will be based in Owerri during that very period. In fact, starting from next week. To make sure that there is no way this Awusa man will emerge. That, oh my goodness me, APC. It must be destroyed. Therefore, we are not going to vote. We want to draw the attention of the world to the shenanigans, the ill happenings within the kingdom of heaven, which is Biafra. One Willie Obiano. Don't say within, go and tell Willie Obiano now. Let it be rumor. This time we are hearing about decamping to APC from Abga. Ojukwu Anwanana. Ojukwu our father. Then PDP our mother. Or now APC our uncle. Panic in NNPC and other oil agencies as our people in Niger Delta are now rising up against the injustice that is the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Obama doesn't care, but I'm very, very happy that at last Americans are waking up to the reality that Obama is a Muslim. It's now very clear for the whole world to see. And thanks to Obama, white people will no longer be voting for a black man again as their president. the man messed everything up. Obama is a disgrace, I tell you. The news in greater detail before we open our lines. The news in greater detail. The national coordinator of the Yoruba Sociocultural Group, Odua, People's Congress, OPC, Gani Adams, in an interview with another Yoruba person called Ishola Balogun, and another Yoruba person as well, reveals that his rusty relationship with the leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, was as a result of his resolve to free himself and his group from the servitude of the opposition. He also disclosed how Tinubu allegedly truncated the peace move brokered by Governor Aregbesola of Osun State, the pipeline contract President Jonathan awarded to OPC. They asked the Yoruba man, "You are no longer a freedom fighter." He said, "Everybody is a political animal. Anybody against the oil pipeline contract for OPC is against Yoruba people." A Yoruba boy is feeding off the oil pipeline contract in his area. And I ask myself, which Yoruba product are you living on? Is there anything that Yoruba produces and you are contracted to look after that very thing? And from there you'll be able to feed. But Yoruba will say that they gave Igbo people land to build their shops in Lagos, which is a very valid argument. Very valid. But they had to work for it. The shops they built, they worked for it. But this is just oil coming from Biafra land, and the Yoruba boy is in charge of taking care of the pipeline and making millions of dollars in the process, whilst you are building shops in his local government area of Yoruba land and paying his area boys money to stay there. Extortion and racketeering. What do you know? After all, you are an Igbo man. What do you know? We must continue because we are live and we are direct and we are presenting our news this very morning. We are making it abundantly clear that we are broadcasting live on air. You must call us later, please. You must call us. Thaddeus, you must call later on, please. You must call later. We continue with our news presentation this very morning. If you're joining us, we are live and direct. The time here now is approximately 25 minutes to 9 a.m. in the morning on this very day. Today is the 4th day of April 2015. We are live from Biafra land. How do you know we are live? By looking at the clock where you are. Wherever you are right now, the time should be approximately 25 minutes to the top of the hour. 25 minutes to where you are. That's how you know we are live. If it is not 25 minutes to, then you know you are listening to a replay. But this is not a replay. We are live and direct. How world powers plotted Jonathan's defeat. How world powers plotted Jonathan's defeat. 25 trusted loyalists that failed Jonathan. How did they plot Jonathan's defeat with his people here? How did they plot Jonathan's defeat? That is one thing that is for sure. We told you that Britain and America were plotting against Jonathan because he's a Biafran, and now they have written about it, how they plotted, how they deceived, how Jonathan was led into thinking that he is safe, whereas he is not. They destroyed Jonathan. They made life impossible for him. It is now official, according to reports from the United States of America, that Britain and America plotted for the terrorists. Britain and America, we are supporting the terrorist Muhammadu Buhari because they are all Muslim lovers. As we told you, in the end, they will always gravitate towards Islam. Did we not tell you that? And Jonathan have now started moving his things out of Asorok. Jonathan have started to move his things out of Asorok because Britain told him and America told him, we will not support you. We will never, ever support you. And that is why today, Jonathan is no more. Jonathan is no more. It's terrible. He's alive, but they plotted against him. They went after Jonathan and they got him. They got him. Very sad indeed. Extremely sad. World leaders, according, they tell, Yoruba people that in Ogboni, the Ogboni people, that is why, and Biafrans will not join any fraternity because Chukwu Abiyama forbids it. And because you won't join any fraternity, and if you don't join a club like Ndioshi, they will not tell you what they are doing, will they? No, they will not tell you what they are doing. Very sad indeed. Who plotted against Jonathan? Now we tell you. Obama and Cameron. We say things on Radio Biafra before other people catch on. When did I say this? Last year. Today, Yoruba papers are carrying it. These are reports by the Tribune. Anything we say here is correct. And sometimes when we are saying it, when we are led by the Spirit, because some of these things we don't see. But sometimes the Spirit comes and says, you must say these things. Sometimes I'll be doubting myself and I'm saying, oh my goodness, should I say this? But the Spirit is so overwhelming that I have to say it. And in the end, it is exactly as we say it, it comes to pass exactly that same way. Today, Yoruba, because now you can believe it. When we say it on radio, but for some of you, you didn't believe. Now Yoruba is saying it. Now you can believe it. Everything we say here is gospel. Removing President Goodluck Jonathan, who lost his re-election bid several weeks before the March 28 polls, to a web of plots hatched at home and abroad, according to Saturday Tribune. Yoruba paper, they said they have investigated, of course. They have listened to Radio Biafra, they investigate. Investigate what? You listen to Radio Biafra and then you corroborate. That's what people do. Information also in possession of Saturday Tribune revealed a last-minute contest between forces that wanted him to bow out and those that wanted him to hold out for as long as necessary, even when it was evident that the news from the field pointed to a possible defeat. I told you, when Jonathan was at Aso Rock, meeting with the head of this so-called delegation, America sent them, Britain sent them. America had the Ghanaian people on their side. America also had, what's the name of that very group again? The EU, not EU, there was another, no, not EU, there was another group of independent observers that came from the USA. America had them as well. Then Britain had Commonwealth and also ECOWAS. Sorry, America had ECOWAS and oh my goodness, why am I losing my memory this morning? America had the attention of ECOWAS No, I've forgotten their names. I'll give them to you. But I know that ECOWAS is one of them. I know Britain had Commonwealth. Very, very important. And America also had the former Ghanaian President Kufuor that came, was a special envoy for Obama. His job was to persuade Jonathan to stand down. So before they started to rig the elections, they told Kufuor met Jonathan and told Jonathan, you can never win. If you win, your people will die. They will be massacred in the north. And that was when the same delegation from ECOWAS now told Jega to proceed with announcing the falsified results. That was how Buhari won. America was working on one side, Britain on another. It's confirmed here now. The same thing we told you. The details are coming out now. It's by Yoruba paper, please. Before you say it's Radio Biafra, they have fabricated something. I am reading from a Yoruba newspaper. They wrote it. Why am I reading it? To tell you that anything we say here, they oh my God, they listen and they investigate to find out it's the truth. That is why even now the editors of newspapers, they are listening to Radio Biafra. Everybody is listening. What have you done? You are just on radio. Without Radio Biafra, would you have known that Obama and Cameron plotted against Jonathan? Would you have known? I'm asking you. How can you know that Obama plotted against Jonathan if not for Radio Biafra? Now, they know it is the truth. That is why they're publishing it. Because of Radio Biafra, ordinary American citizens, he went to investigate Obama and his link to Islam. They say it is the truth. Don't you know that? You think because we are in Enugu broadcasting, I don't know, we are in Biafra land broadcasting, because of that, they're just as hungry as we are. No, we are not. The world listens to Radio Biafra. Here is the proof. Again, once again. And Ogenwachi is one of us. Thank you for digging out. That is my news hound, Oge. For digging out all this news. I bring it. This is the Saturday Tribune, a Yoruba paper, confirming what Radio Biafra said, that Obama and Cameron were instrumental in the defeat of Jonathan. Therefore, Jonathan was paralyzed. Nothing he could have done, because he was operating within a geopolitical space created by the British. He's here now. Those working on him, including Abdul Salami Abubakar, they were pressuring Jonathan. Concede. Oh my God. The drama at this is Yoruba reporting exactly what you said on Radio Biafra. And God knows, I wasn't there in the meeting. But when that news was coming to us, when they were reporting it to us, we knew it was correct. Complete. That is to tell you, we have people in places you don't expect. There is information I have from SSS. They sent to somewhere. The person they sent it to me. Everything. There is a master plan going on right now around the world. All over the world to stop Biafra. Right now, as I'm telling you this. But they have a fear. They don't know how strong we are. That is the fear they have. How strong is IPOB? How many countries are they in? What is their strength? Who gives them money? Who finances them? That I can answer for you. An ordinary. You hear their voice this morning. Those that support Radio Biafra. One thing to okay, I know how you hear their voice. Ordinary men and women from all over the world. An unstoppable army. There is nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. That's where Biafra will come. Those working on him to concede and bow out, reportedly led by former head of state, is General Abdul Salami Abubakar, working for Saudi Arabia. Everybody was in on it. We are also said to have stayed put in the same presidential villa, persuading him that it was the most honorable way to go, since it was clear that figures from the field were not in his favor. That time, as they pinned Jonathan, Abdul Salami Abubakar was now living at Aso Villa, whatever rubbish they call it, Aso Rock, nonsense, pressuring Jonathan. And as they pressure, as Jonathan is a weakling now, as Jonathan is conceding, they are telling Jega, keep announcing the fake results, keep announcing it, and they're holding Jonathan down. You can see that it wasn't Radio Biafra. This is how he lost. Anything we tell you here is gospel. Don't blame Radio Biafra, blame Obama and Cameron. The same people that came to war against us. 67 to 70. But this time around, the American public is on our side. The American public opinion is with Biafra. So also is the British. And Obama is leaving office next year, and the Democrats can never win. A Republican will win. And then Biafra will come. That thing that George Bush started, another Republican will finish it. We continue. And this is Radio Biafra. Oh, my goodness me. My goodness me. Oh, my goodness me. One of those around the presidential villa persuading Jonathan to stay is from the northern part of the zoo. He told Jonathan that CNN was now showing the underage voting. Even CNN showed the underage voting. That was enough grounds. Exactly what I told Jonathan. And that man was advising Jonathan. Oh, Chukwa Abiyama, your name be praised. Exactly what I was advising Jonathan. One of his people at Asorok was telling him exactly the same thing. Use underage voting. CNN has shown it. So American public will come with you. Tell them that there was rigging. But Jonathan capitulated because Abdul Salami was telling him also that if you don't do it, can't you see, it doesn't matter, you will still lose. Did I not tell you that the EU observers will come here and say, though we observed irregularities, it wasn't enough to affect the overall outcome? Exactly what they said, word for word. That is why if you are not listening to Radio Biafra, following Radio Biafra, supporting what we are doing, you are blind. White people listen to Radio Biafra and they do as we tell them to. Investigate Obama and they did, and they found out Obama is a Muslim. If you are not following Radio Biafra, you are not in search of knowledge and the truth. Because when you come here, we give it to you. Exactly what we announced on Radio Biafra is the advice I gave Jonathan. Insist on underage voting. Stand on it and tell the world that this is not a credible electoral process. And you will remain in power. The world will be the one begging you to form a government of national unity. But he did not listen. Owazirike did not save you, Jonathan, because Owazirike is a thief. Now he is negotiating with Buhari's men to see how he can model himself to use. He will just tell them simple thing. If not for me, there will be Biafra. Allow me to be using my Biafra to be collecting 2,000 from people. Just allow me. If you don't want Biafra to come, because if you remove me from here, Biafra will come. If Arjun of our time, Raphael Owazirike always telling. When the news will come out, maybe in the next 4 weeks, you say, oh, is it true? I'm telling you what is happening now. Owazirike is currently discussing with agents of the terrorists. He is begging them right now, saying, allow me to be still known as a Masop leader, so that I can use it to stop Biafra from coming. If you weaken me or remove me, these other people here, they are serious, so they will bring Biafra. So allow me to be battling them. I will do your work for you. Others are looking for pipeline contract. Give me the Biafra destruction contract. I will do it. And that's what Masop is doing, to destroy Biafra. One and Masop, go and recall your child, because that's your child will soon die. I'm telling you, if your uncle is in Masop, tell them to leave Masop, because they will soon follow their master and die. You must tell them that. We continue. I told Jonathan, exactly, even an Awasa man told him the same thing, but he didn't have the stomach, the liver to do it. He didn't have the liver to do it. We are continuing, and this is Radio Biafra. You can see why we are formidable. You can see why we are formidable. The Arewa Consultative Forum and the Yoruba Unity Forum have, of course, castigated Asare Dokubo for threatening to return to the creeks with his people following the defeat of the President Goodluck Jonathan in last Saturday's election. Why? Because everybody is afraid of oil. They know Asare Dokubo can shut down the flow of oil. Everybody, Yoruba wants their oil. Everybody loves their oil, you see. So, don't do anything. It wasn't Yoruba and the North that defeated Jonathan. No, please, don't touch that oil. Oil is all, it's all about oil, crude oil. As Asare Dokubo is threatening to put his hand on the valve and turn it off. Everybody is screaming, no, please don't. It's not us that removed Jonathan. It's Obama and Cameron. That is why I say that black people are monkeys and baboons. How many people are there in Britain that only one man, David Cameron, is remoting all of you like a bunch of idiots? That is why I don't have regard for black people who cannot reason. The black people are useless. One little white boy under 50 years of age. I think I'm older than David Cameron. I am older than him. Oh my God. Oh God. Black people from Africa. Monkey, come and chop banana. Arewa Consultative Forum and the Yoruba Unity Forum have castigated Asare Dokubo for threatening to shut down the oil outflow from there because of what Asare Dokubo said on Wednesday, that he and other militants might be forced to return to the creeks because the presidential defeat was owing to a gang-up against the South-South and the Southeast by the North and the Southwest. Of course, it is there, very evident. Yoruba has never voted for anybody before, not a Yoruba person or a Muslim. Never. Don't you know that? But this time around, they voted because their own son, Ushibanjo, is the vice presidential candidate. They are hoping that Buhari will die in office. Maybe Obasanjo will go and poison him as he poisoned Yaradua, so that somebody can go in. He can then manage that very person. So Buhari should be very careful. The terrorists should be very careful of Obasanjo, because you too. I want Buhari to be alive when Biafra comes. That's why I don't want them to poison him yet. I want him to see Biafra come, and that he will do nothing about it. Biafra is what I refer to as the last miracle. People will surround us, they'll be against us and everything, but we have Chukwuabiama on our side. And unlike 67 to 70, our hands are clean, our conscience very clear. Chukwuabiama is now about to come down. And you see what will happen. He has done it before, and I don't know why he shouldn't do it now again. We lost between 67 to 70 because there was Osu in our land. Those pursuing Biafra then did not come out to say Osu was wrong, that the evil happening in our land is evil and must be changed. They never offered to sacrifice Biafra to the glory and the throne of heaven. They never ever before came out to specifically find out and to make it an edict that this same Biafra will return to the ways of our fathers, who said that Ebe bere ugo bere nkesi bebe like ankukwaya, which means equality, fairness, freedom, and justice for all. It doesn't matter who you are. Now that those conditions are in place, you are about to witness what a miracle is. Some of you read about miracles inside the Bible. You are now about to use your two eyes to see the work that Chukwuabiama is doing. Only this generation will see it. If we remain resolute, upright, our hands very clean and our conscience very clear. They say the Igbo people are politically naive. The attack has begun. You see, oh Yoruba, I admire them honestly. The way they coordinate the attacks are deadly. As they are working on Niger Delta people, telling them, please cool down, don't turn off the oil tap yet, because it is not us that defeated Jonathan. They are working on Igbo people. How you are naive, you don't know what you're doing. Support the terrorists. And eventually they will overwhelm some of you. But those that are saved, because if you run to Radio Biafra, you become saved. Once you start to listen to us, you become saved. Once you come to we open your eyes, you can now see very well. You become saved. If you are inside Radio Biafra, a member of IPOB family, if you look outside, you now see those baboons and monkeys we are talking about, because you are now in possession of superior knowledge. You are now in possession of knowledge. You will now be able to see monkeys and baboons very well and very clear in the field. The Igbo man's shrewdness and foresightedness is the envy of many. With a keen sense of competition and a culture that greatly rewards industry, the Igbo man seeks success wherever it can be found. And the Igbo is not just one of the most dispersed groups in the world, but also one of the most successful. I haven't seen the success in my village. It's successful people. Where is the success? In Lagos, Lekki phase 1002. Mad people. And while they are reputed to be for outstanding commercial instincts, they can match any other African ethnic group in their aptitude for learning. Please stop talking rubbish. The Igbo people you refer to is a language and not a people. Biafra is a people, and I can prove that to you. Please. Please, please, please. This is the nonsense we do all the time. It's just like saying the Niger Delta people. Who is Niger Delta? What is the name Niger Delta? What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It is where River Niger runs into the ocean. The alluvial sediments, the deposits before the sandy deposits, before the river empties into the ocean, is what is a delta. River Nile has a delta. Limpopo has a delta. Mississippi has it, because eventually every river empties inside the sea or a lake of some sort. An ocean, lake, or sea. Every river is heading somewhere. Before it enters that larger body of water as Chukwuabema made it, it leaves some sediments. The sand is carrying because the sea doesn't like filth. That is why the ocean is always fighting the river. Before the river discharges inside the ocean, it must clean itself up. All that nonsense the river is carrying, it must drop it. That is how nature made it. Some of you are surprised, isn't it? Go to anywhere the river runs inside the ocean, you will see that the colors are not the same. You will see where the ocean is pushing back all the sand that the river is trying to dump inside it. All those, over time, they become strong enough to support vegetation and people can live there. That's what is called a delta, where a large where river enters into the sea. Now, if you're from Niger Delta and you say, I'm a Deltan from the Delta region, does it mean you are related to somebody from Egypt where the Nile empties into the Mediterranean Sea? A very simple, I don't ask difficult, it's very simple, straightforward question. So, what I'm trying to prove to you is that nobody is a Deltan. Nobody comes from Delta. Nobody is the Niger Delta person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the river itself, Niger, is not a name we gave to it. It's a name that they derived from the Latin people, meaning nigger, to describe black people. They saw the river, they called it Niger, which is the river Niger. Are you from Rome? Are you Latin? Delta, I believe, is a Greek word. Are you Greek? Niger Delta is more or less the coming together of two European names. Are you European? Somebody will call and say, my surname is Purple. But there the ignorance ends. The same thing happens with Igbo people trying to cut out Igbo and asking them, please, we want you to be like Azikiwe. Try and support Buhari is errant nonsense. Rubbish. It means you don't know what you want. It means you don't know who you are. It is the responsibility of Igbo people not to look up north, but to look towards the south. You go and look for your brothers. No matter how much they have offended you, you go and look for them. That is south, south, and southeast. The solution to your problem, the solution to our problem is not in Abuja, not in Sokoto, not in Meduguri. The solution is in Yenegoa. It's in Calabar, in Uyo, in Iguacha. That is where the solution lies. In Warri. Go and be one with your people, you will see the grace of heaven. Some of you are about to witness a miracle. You have not seen a miracle before. You know about it in the Bible. No, you are about to see miracle. Because the coming of Biafra is going to be a miracle. No matter who is against Biafra, some of you will see Biafra emerge. The same way that Israel emerged. Do you know that Britain was against Israel? The emergence of Israel. Are you aware of that? Do you know that Obama worked to remove Prime Minister Netanyahu? That Obama gave $12 million to remove Netanyahu because Netanyahu will not divide Jerusalem. Do you know that Obama is playing to the script of Satan by sponsoring people that promised America that they would divide Jerusalem into two? Do you know that? It's now becoming clear for all to see. The same thing applies here. The solution to our problem is in Yenegoa. It is in Calabar, in Uyo, it is in Warri. Not in Sokoto, not in Meduguri, not in Kaduna, not in Zaria, not in Abuja. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't look north. Always look east. Even when they're praying, they look. Who is praying and they look to the north? In this world. Your problem lies within you. Your family is a family problem. South, south, and southeast, a very simple family problem that can be resolved. But look at the way, as Radio Biafra is pointing you to your brother, look at how Yoruba media are fighting every day. They don't want to come out and say we are opposed to Radio Biafra because they say they will never mention Biafra Again, they know that very well. There's international conspiracy going on right now. What we are doing is to unite this family. Look at their paper. Ever since we came together, look at all of them. They come out, they carve off one Igbo, one Niger Delta. They will never mix two of you together. That is their strategy. Some of you cannot see it, but we can. Some of you don't see very well. That was what Ifajuna did. It was really Ifajuna of our time. By fighting for Biafra to Ezendibo. He wants to be Ezendibo. Buruburu. 2. After Ojugu. Are you learned? Are you well read? I ask you. That tells you all you need to know about the caliber of people you call Ndibo. Mad people. Your solution lies in your unity with your brothers. Ijo, Ishekiri, Urobo, Isoko, Igala, Idoma, Igbo, Ibibio, Efik, complete, absolutely complete. There is no force on this earth that will defeat you. Impossible. But instead, let us go and see the emir of Gwandu, the emir of Kotangora. And every year, after every year, after every year, your condition remains the same. The same, it never changes. And you never ask yourself, why is my condition? The same thing applies to South, Niger Delta. The same thing. Today, I am preaching this gospel again to remind you that there is nothing called Niger Delta or South. Your name is Biafra. According to an Ijo man, not Igbo man. Ijo. Chief Opigo. According to Ijo man, he said, all our names. Ojukwu asked him, how come we all answer these different names? He said, because together we are Biafra. That's our name. For 5,000 years. The white man brought his division and the rule people because by dividing you, you become useless. Israel was cut into two, into Israel and into Judea. They went into captivity for which they never returned until after over 2,000 years. Once you allow the house of God to be divided, you are finished as a people. We are warning you now. Don't allow Yoruba media to turn your brain. You can see the attack is coming. They hit you with one hand, they pull you back. Oh, they castigate us. They say, Igbo, you must look for Buhari. The same thing, the same tactics, divide them, keep pulling them apart. And the Radio Biafra is pulling our people closer together. That is why we need your help. Everybody's help. No matter how you can, please support this very effort for us to pull South, and Southeast together when the enemies of heaven is pulling us apart. So that's what they're doing now. They are sending out Igbo people to write. They're even writing and using Igbo names, saying Igbos, don't be naive. Jonathan is not the end of the world. Look towards Abuja. Look towards the terrorists. We are saying no to that. I want to look towards Brass local government area. I want to look towards Nembe. I want to look towards Okreka. They are our people. It is far more better for me that somebody from Nembe is an oil billionaire than somebody from Obumosho. That is how we reason here. It is far more better that somebody from Eket is a multi-billionaire than somebody from Brennan Kebi. We must come together, South, and Southeast, and march as one. Never, ever, ever, any day you people fall for this Yoruba trick of Niger Delta and then Igbo, any day you agree to that division, we are gone and gone forever. If this is the only thing I preach this morning, so be it. You can see, I want you now to either go online or buy the newspapers. You will see, unless you are intelligent, you can't see it. They are doing two things right now. To tell Niger Delta, please don't do this, is we are in one Nigeria, and then to tell us to go to Buhari. Igbos, go to Buhari. Niger Delta, don't do anything, and Nigeria is one. Meanwhile, they will never say that Asari Dokubo mentioned Igbo, in fact, mentioned Biafra. They will never say it to you. Because they want to give you the impression that Asari Dokubo is only fighting for Niger Delta, which is a lie. He is also fighting for the whole of Biafra. Go and listen to him carefully. You will understand what I'm saying. But Yoruba media is doing their best to bring enmity, to bring division, to divide us all the time. That is their job. Because through that division, they can lay their oil pipeline to Ibadan. And then Urando can be investing 1.5 billion of money that doesn't belong to them. Now you see why you must, all of you, on a daily basis, must support Radio Biafra. If you go to church and give them your tithe, you are giving your money to Satan. If you like, go and ask. If you want to pay tithe, you pay it to IPOB. Tithe, because we are fighting for you. We need to buy weapons. We need to train men. We need to feed our soldiers on the ground. Every day I get requests all the time. This camp is here. They are here. They need feeding. We are feeding them every blessed day. In Roman Catholic Church, Rome is already developed. If you're an Anglican, you contribute money, they send to Canterbury. Canterbury is already developed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or you don't? And one baboon will pick up the phone and say, are you anti-Christian? And I say, no, I'm not. I am anti-ignorance. I hate ignorant people. I can't hide my feelings, I'm telling you. We continue. Yoruba, you cannot divide us. This war is commencing. And you know, when we fight, we never give up. We always win anyway. I welcome it. And that is why we need the help of each and every one of you to make sure that our television goes live to the whole world on satellite. We bring them down with the truth and nothing more than the truth. I said, please, I am getting bored. I need more gossipers. Please, on Facebook, I love it. Now I don't read any comments anymore from gossipers. I am missing them, please. I want you to gossip more about IPOB, Radio Biafra, what we are doing, so that we can prove more people wrong. If I'm staying here and I'm not, even the detractors, because they will use them to test our theory, to test our approach, to see if it's working or not. And so far, so good. It always works. We are live and we are direct. The time here now is approximately 9 minutes past 9 a.m. in the morning. Igbos should have followed Azikiwe's footsteps by naming their children Tunde Bakari, by naming them Muhammad, by naming them heaven knows what. And where did Zik lead us to? To destruction, to 6 million premature deaths. I told you that they're coming after you. The attack is simple. Soften Niger Delta, drive the wedge between Igbo and Niger Delta, then tell the Igbos, come on, look who go outside immediately. Can you face the north? Never face the south. Why can't I face the south? Because my flesh and blood is there. You're asking me to look at people that I have nothing in common with. They don't eat my food, they don't dress the way we do, not the language, nothing is the same. You're forcing me to look away from my family, to look at a stranger, to go and dine with a stranger when my people are with me. All of you attending meetings today to try and bring South and Southeast together. All of you. You are listening to Radio Biafra this morning. You must always remember that. The only person you can be shown or told who they are is your relative, not your friend. You make your own friends yourself. And that very meeting today, we are going there to ensure that South and Southeast will remain as one. As long as we are truthful and honest. As long as we don't hide anything from each other. Because on Radio Biafra we hide nothing. Everything is in the open. You must understand this. Because Chukwu Abiyama is God. There is a man who have now written his name, as I told you before. They will bring out all these baboons and monkeys from Igbo land, of course. Barrister A.D.O. Sifo, he said he's a veteran politician from the South and political ally of late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Yesterday, he declared that Igbos of the Southeast will regret not towing the footsteps of their political leader, late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, by supporting the president-elect General Muhammadu Buhari. Everybody's talking about Radio Biafra because they know we are implacably opposed to the terrorists. So they are working on us very well, very fine. Everybody, they are bringing out people that claim, what is this man, Osifo, Eddie? He says from the political South, whatever that garbage means. You said you went to university and you mentioned South without you having a hiccup. Does South exist as a cardinal point? The answer is no. Then why do you use it? Because you're a baboon and a monkey from Africa. What do you know? Educated but unintelligent people. As I said, there will be a faculty of study in the finest university in Biafra land to study stupidity in a black man. We will devote money to science and to research for scientists to tell us why a black man from Africa is so stupid. I just want to know why. You said you went to school and you say, I am from the political South. What is South, I ask you? You're a monkey or baboon, I must say. We continue to see where this attack is coming from. He said that Jonathan did nothing for the Southeast, that Dr. Azikiwe had to walk out of the Western House of Assembly and became internally bitter against Awolowo and the Western region. So his alliance with the North was born out of this experience. Azikiwe was prevented from becoming the premier of Western Nigeria by reason of ethnicity. Yoruba stopped Azikiwe. Today, Yoruba is telling you about one Nigeria. That is why I say some of you don't know anything at all. Yoruba came out and stopped Azikiwe from becoming the premier of Western Nigeria, having worked hard through NCNC. Yoruba went to overnight and did a meeting in Yoruba language. Yoruba Borapo. They said, no, we don't want an Igbo man here. How about one Nigerian one? I hate hypocrites. If you're close to Mbaka, you tell him. We don't entertain hypocrites here, no matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. We don't give a damn who you are. Once you speak well about Nigeria, you become our mortal enemies. We don't do business with the zoo. Do you understand what we're saying? We don't do business with the Zoological Republic. None whatsoever. The sooner you understand it, the better for everybody. We are live and we are direct, and this is Radio Biafra. Muslims, we are laughing at Christians as they were mowing them down. We have come to kill and to be killed. The Muslims screamed out as they shot the Christians. Where did they get the idea to scream out something like that? From the Quran. It is in the Bible, in the Quran. And let me quote the Quran for you. The Quran of Buhari, the Quran of Okorocha, to tell you why APC can never win in Imo State, to tell you why you should boycott the election. It's here in our news this morning. I want to quote the Quran for you, where it says, kill the Christians. For all the idiots telling us to support, why can't people allow Buhari? We want to quote the Quran that Buhari believes in. Indeed, Allah has purchased from the believers their lives and their properties, for that they will have paradise. They fight in the cause of Allah, so they kill and are killed. Chineke kweli hojo. Chineke no nyebere. It's in the Quran, it's here now. Indeed, Allah, which is their God, has purchased from the believers their lives and their properties, for that they will have paradise. They fight in the cause of Allah, so they kill and are killed. Not, oh my goodness. Anyway, laughing Somali gunmen taunted victims in the university massacre. Piles of bodies and pools of blood running down the corridor. Survivors of the Kenya University massacre described how laughing gunmen taunted their victims amid scenes of total carnage. Salias Omosa is a 20-year-old education student, said the victims were woken up at gunpoint on Thursday, pre-dawn attack, and Muslims and non-Muslims were picked out by how they were dressed. If you dress very nice and you're looking good, you are a Christian. If you look like a wrapped shawarma, you know shawarma that you eat, they wrap it very well, you're a Muslim. It's very sad indeed. These are the people they're asking you to support. Be like Azikiwe. Azikiwe supported this Almajiri before. Nnamdi Azikiwe went to India. What did he come back with? Nothing. Death and mayhem. By the time he realized it, 6 million of his people are dead. That is why I believe that Nnamdi Azikiwe is in hellfire and Okomo Ebekwensuno. Because politically, that man destroyed us as a people. Total destruction. Nnamdi Azikiwe is a disgrace. Complete and utter shambolic disgrace. If you disagree, you pick up the phone and call. Don't call and drop and run away. You stand and we debate it. Then you go 5 minutes. And your wife will ask you to pack your belongings and leave the house because you have disgraced her. A traditional ruler and prominent member of the APC, whose name was simply given as Chief Adube, and 6 other members of APC have been killed by gunmen who invaded Obrikom village in Rivers State on Friday. Obrikom is in Onelga. Oba, Egbema, Ndoni. There is Egbema in Egbema is in Imo State, you see. That somebody from the same village that speaks the same language, became this UG. You people always copy white man, isn't it? The same way they cut Yoruba into 3. In Togo, in Dahomey, which is Benin Republic, and also in Badagry. Yoruba. It divided into 3, in 3 countries. 2 are speaking French, La Francais. The other one is English. Black, you people are useless. In this UG. Useless. You allowed a white man to come from Europe and divide all of you into many countries. One is Sevefre Francais. The other one is English. How wretched and pathetic you people are. Black people. Monkeys and baboons. Go abroad now. Go to France and divide France into Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. You see what they will do to you. But a Frenchman can come and call you Francais. You say yes. Oui. This UG. Mad people. Without Biafra, you are all going to die as monkeys and baboons, of course. We continue. There is no need to go to war in the village. If you want to kill somebody, go and kill Awasa Fulani in Medugri. Then you are fighting, not to come and kill people in the village. It makes no sense to me. All this local fighting in Biafran villages, people should stop such rubbish. That's what LIKE does. You know, once in a while, he will go and pour away a few stupid blood of Igbo people, and that's it. We don't want to be fighting in the villages. Our enemies are Awasa Fulani. Stop killing yourselves in Onelga. Ebema is part of Ebema in Imo State as well, isn't it? All one family would not do such rubbish to go about in the village killing people. That is nonsense. If you want to look, or if you are upset with Buhari, go and kill Awasa people. The victory of the terrorists in the March 28th presidential election is already causing panic in the NNPC and other federal government-owned companies. Officials of the companies, many of whom did not anticipate Jonathan's defeat, are now under pressure to bring their accounts and all you receipts up to date for presentation to the incoming government. Oh God, terrible. They have started reconciliation of crude oil accounts in the ocean. Why didn't you do it in 6 years, Jonathan? It's only now you're reconciling crude oil account. That is how they steal. Even Jonathan himself is corrupt. You don't know that? Jonathan is also corrupt. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to where lies are taken for truth. Welcome to where corruption only makes you a rich person. Honesty makes you a poor human being. Welcome to the land with no hope. Welcome to a place where there is no light. Welcome to a place where there is no running water. Welcome to a place where to be a politician is to have a badge of disgrace stamped on your forehead because you're a thief. Welcome to apathy. Welcome to disenfranchisement. Welcome to hopelessness. Welcome to rigging. And welcome to idiocy in Africa. Thankfully, we are Biafrans. We are immune from all that nonsense because Chukwu Abiyama is in heaven watching, and Biafra is his kingdom on this face of this very earth. Once again, we welcome you. Once again, we ask you to be part of us. Our lines will now be opened. This is Radio Biafra live transmission, 22 minutes past 9 a.m. in the morning. Humanity is listening. Everywhere you go to, people are listening to us. And for that very reason, For that very purpose, we welcome each and every one of you. We ask you to also ask other people to come and join us. This morning, we took you unawares. This morning, we wanted to see how many of you are serious about Biafra, to gauge how many of you are listening, and indeed, you have not disappointed us. There is also a meeting. A meeting was being announced. There is a meeting coming up. Where is that meeting holding, please? He said, Nkemi is always keeping me company. I love people who are consistent. I love those of you who are consistent, who never, ever, ever, ever changes. I love it. I love it. And my dear sister Obi, I love it. These are people that speak grammar properly. Speaks excellently well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Can listen to her for a year. We continue our work. We are ceaseless. We are relentless. We are determined. We are unstoppable because we are Biafrans. Unstoppable. Somebody sent us a meeting. I don't know the country that meeting is in. I can't find it anymore. I can't find it anymore. I can't find it. London, see, some people are so daft. Announcement. Which one is this? Oh my goodness. I need that one. This is the one for Thailand. There will be IPOB family meeting tomorrow in Thailand. The time is 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Venue is Onut 44 Church. As you're coming, come with your satellite money and your money. Our people, they're very funny. They are very, very funny. They are very, very funny. And I love them for that sometimes. I'm sure they know where it is. The family in Thailand is having a meeting as well. The family in Thailand is meeting. And I have given you the address. There was another place. There's another country where people are meeting. And I don't know that very place, and I have forgotten it. Please, it's not here. If you can inbox me, please, not through WhatsApp. If you want to announce your meeting, your family meeting, send it to me via inbox on Facebook, please. Via inbox on Facebook. My name is who it is. The same way it has always been. Nnamdi Kanu. Send it to me on Facebook. Inbox, please, and I'll be able to respond to you. Let us see who is on the line and be able to go to them. People are calling us, and they're calling us because they want to hear the truth. They want to participate in the truth, and because that very truth will set them free. Our lines are cutting this morning. Are they cutting? No, they're not. We're back.
Hello.
Yes, please, your name and where you are. This is Radio Biafra. Hello?
Hello, Sam. I must congratulate you for all your work, for what you have been doing for us in this land of Biafra.
Thank you. Please, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hold on. What is your name?
For over 3 weeks ago, now I couldn't get you. So I'm very, very interested for the...
Yes, can you hear me? They cannot hear me. They can't hear me. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Good morning, my director.
Good morning. Your name and where you are?
I still remain Aloysius Chigose Nkwocha from Ngopala, but I'm calling from Onitsha.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
May God Almighty, Chukwuadiyama, bless you in this wonderful work we are doing for humanity.
You say?
A lot of people, it's quite unfortunate to say, may not understand what you are doing. But those of us that have Igbo blood, that have Biafran blood in our veins, we understand. You'll be very, very surprised when things start to happen. Don't be distracted. Do not allow anybody to distract you, because there are going to be a lot of distractors, a lot of critics. Although you have already said that if there is no problem, you create one for yourself. If there are no enemies, you create one. That's a very good philosophy. Now, I never knew in all my life that there is any human being that is as bitter as I am towards this country called the Sioux Republic. I have a resentment that cannot be expressed in words. Only God knows how I hate this country. Only that I have no voice. have nobody to go to. So I wrote a book in 2004 in which I wrote 85% of everything I have said about in this radio program is there in the book. About everything, politics, religion, even this buying them to idols, everything is there. Even when that book, the name is An Interview with the Devil. When the book got to Madonna University, the proprietor burnt almost 100 copies of that very book because I criticize all those things that people think that they're right, deceiving our children. My God. So I never knew that people like you are thinking the same way I'm thinking, only that I have no voice. Remember I told you that I'm interested in journalism. Now, I want you to know that this course that you have started, God must see you through. There is no power on this planet that can stop us. And in the end, victory must be ours, because you are going to redeem and also deliver a lot of people. People are suffering in their own country. It's not supposed to be so. I wish that whatever you are going to do, let it start immediately. But remember, you have to wait at the right time, when the time is right. But I want to assure you, no matter whatever you hear, be focused. Do not allow anybody to perturb you, maybe to disturb you, or maybe to distract you. It happened during the time the Israelites were coming out of Egypt. People were saying, why don't you go back to Egypt where we have cucumber? Yeah. Those people that are speaking, they were not Israelites. They had the blood of Egyptians in their drinks. That is what we must see here. It must not be smooth sailing here. But in the end, I assure you, because you have put God first in this very program, you have put God Almighty, Chukwuabiama, first. You always told him, you always based on him. My friend, you can never fail. We can never fail. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Therefore, whatever we are doing, there is no power, nothing we are unstoppable as Niagara Falls. Remember that the world is listening to you. A whole generation of Biafra is depending on you. We want our freedom. Even if it means going to the farm every day, it's okay. I want to be serving in my village than to be a permanent secretary somewhere in a place where people do not have maybe respect for me, have no honor for me. Therefore, my director, I want you to continue this very well. The angels are listening, heavens are listening, and in the end, you must deliver this Biafra in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. He said, thank you very much. Somebody has written us all the way from Russia saying, even Aboki is listening to who doesn't listen to Radio Biafra? Everybody, if they can understand our level of grammar is something else, because we are educated. And we challenge you, if you think you're educated, you come out, let's debate. You will not last 5 minutes. We finished studying and there was nothing else to study. And Chukwuabiama said, go and set my people free. And that's exactly what we are doing. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are, if you may.
Okay, my name is Chikwado. I'm coming from Ongbo in another state.
Chikwado who? Do you have a father?
Chikwado there.
That is better. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, sir. First, I want to comment on what Mbaka said last week, because I was not in Onisha, because I came back yesterday.
Yes.
Mbaka, I want to tell the world, if Mbaka wants to be a politician or a reverend father, Mbaka has already been parading himself as a god. Mbaka is a chief deceiver. He's deceiving his congregations based on, because people are saying he's a man of God, using the name of God to deceive others to collect their own money. He uses this ministry he built in Enugu to enrich himself. hearing companies here and there, open schools. So I myself particularly, I'm a very good attentive listener for this program. I'm supporting you for what you are doing. I'm always annoyed with all this zoological republic, what you are doing. But since right from my childhood, I've never seen an Igbo man being a president. Until it's terribly worrying me. So my daughter, what I'm asking right now, please, is there any way I can be reached in the Nigerian army? Because I'm very underage, 23 years now, please.
In Nigerian army?
No, in the Biafran army, I want to say sorry for it.
Yes, of course. I have somebody here. Your number will be taken and you'll be contacted.
Please, I was trying since last week, but I couldn't get you. Since last week, I tried to call you, but I couldn't. You
are very lucky you got through this morning. People try for 6 months because all over the world, men, women, and children are calling Radio Biafra. Everywhere on this very planet, people are listening. Those abroad can't even get in.
Please, I love the gospel you are preaching because you told us last week that those who are worshiping on Sunday are very sinful towards God. You know, we people of this zoological republic, we don't like the truth. Except those pastors or even fathers will lose, you just dogma to deceive them so that they will believe. It's a simple truth. He told them they should go to Exodus chapter 20. But none of them can go there and read that simple truth. They'll just believe whatever I told them. So I don't have much to say this morning. Let me cut up now, please. But I'm very, very attentive to hear when you people can come. I can stop whatever I'm doing. To tell you, I'm a natural born soldier. I'm very in it. I have went to Naija 3 times to join them. About 2 or last 2 years, but they didn't take me. But right now, I know this is my right time to enter this thing. Please.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Please,
yes, of course, and you will be contacted. We don't want people to fight because they are soldiers. We want you to fight because you are called by heaven to fight. Chukwu Abiyama must minister or send messengers to you to minister to your soul before you volunteer to fight with the finest army on this very earth, the army of Biafra. The army, you know, when I think about what is to come, I'm telling you, to watch this army march on this very soil will be a pleasure. I'm telling you. And then we will fight. We will kill them. They might kill some of us. It's part of war. But in the end, we prevail. In the end, we are going to win. If they preempt us into any action, we will burn this place down and destroy it completely and totally. Very eminent barrister, accomplished, and attorney at law at the same time is all the way from London joining us on this very day. As we say here, we don't have any sacred cows. I don't believe in this living back alone. He said, rubbish, nonsense. I don't believe in sacred cows. I am Nnamdi Kanu. Any day I stop preaching this gospel in truth and honesty, I expect you to castigate me to the ground. Let me defend myself. I don't want to be in a country where because of what somebody did, you can't vote him out of office. You allow a dictator to stay in power. That is nonsense. I won't have it. All men are born and created equal before the throne of heaven and man on this very earth. There are no sacred cows. Mbaka men come and Yitoya will praise him. Mbaka tells us to go to Buhari, then he is talking rubbish. Pure nonsense. Rubbish. He's talking nonsense. Errant rubbish. We don't give a damn who you are. It's the work you do for the people that we respect. I don't respect you because you are standing in front of me. What have you done for Biafra? That is what I respect you for. Not to tell me to go and join Buhari. Support Buhari, my foot. The barrister has come to me, very eminent and accomplished barrister. I presume that you can hear me, so will humanity as well, please.
Director, good morning.
Good morning, barrister.
Director, before any advent, I have a message for you. Director, the message is from Chukwu Abiyama. You've been told, I should tell you, never complain again on air. Now you should stop saying that if God did not tell you to come out, you wouldn't have come out. I should tell you to stop complaining that you're not happy that God gave you this job, because you were born and brought up to face this music, and the success is yours. Director, I'm not a prophet, but I dream a lot. The angels are rejoicing that director should stop complaining, just like Moses. That Moses was complaining. That was why Chukwuabiama was not happy with Moses. Because anything Chukwuabiama told Moses, Moses was complaining, whinging and saying that the people of Israelites are too difficult to control. God did not want you to throw the same line. Chukwuabiama says, you should stop complaining. He knew you, and he knew the job before he placed you at this particular watch. I repeat, Director Chukwuabiama didn't want you to complain or keep saying that, oh, no, you should stop all those things. Chukwuabiama decreed. Do your job with happiness, and that is where your command comes from. He did not give any particular mantle to any other individual apart from you. And you should stop any complaint whatsoever, because your job has already been done. That was the last statement given to me. To pass it on to you. Do not complain again. Director, that's number one. Number two, Yorubas are always very condescending in nature, try to make us look like children. Yorubas who are more intelligent, telling us how the Igbo are supposed to behave and follow the footsteps of Isaac Iwe. Did he do us any better? No. If we follow the steps of Isaac Iwe, we all jump into the same hole that we are up to today. And we are trying to come out of it. Yorubas will be patronizing. They will always do things for them to gain, of course. Durkheim, a German sociologist, always say people always do things in their own interest. Yorubas will always do things to better themselves. Out of nothing, they are making something. They are making something from the blood of our people. What we should do now, Director, as you put it, is to get our people from every corner, south, to get them to drop this idea. There is delta in every country, because there is sea and rivers in every country. How can you be delta when there is delta in America, there is one in Argentina, there is one in Switzerland? How can you take a name that deposits rubbish before it goes into a cleaner water? And you're talking about
deposits rubbish. Oh, Barrister, please. Deposit.
Yes, because that's what it is. It deposits rubbish before it goes into cleaner water. So you are rubbish and you're happy. Delta means rubbish. A place where water will deposit rubbish before it goes. It's like where the water gets its baptism before going into cleaner water. And you're happy about it.
Bathroom. You mean bathroom? Bathroom. Where you live all waste.
Absolutely.
This is
RadioBiafra. The reason why media is very important is because it reshapes the idea, the attitude, the aspiration, the way people think. And thank God, thank Chukwuabiama for the establishment of Radio Biafra. And we've been going from strength to strength. And our people are getting interested into what we do here. Now, I was arguing with my brother the other day. Can you see how Obama and Cameron dropped Goodluck Jonathan off the cliff? The same Goodluck Jonathan was given post-war certificate to Lugard, thanking the Queen that they brought the zoo. Did they like him? No. So no matter what you do for and or to your enemy, they will still hate you. Giving money to the British people, fighting them that, hey, Lugard did, because he was making money. And all the money he made, where is it? Assuming he didn't face prosecution by Buhari, Our people should learn how to respect others, respect the environment that you're in. Because where you are today, you may not be there tomorrow. In all these nearly 6 years, good luck went there and came down disgracefully. What did he do for his people? I keep lamenting on this. And let me tell you this. If you keep saying that if Guru Jonathan comes, that we will put him in Biafran land, I will say no. Because he cannot be trusted. He brings Ike back to run his empire for him. What did he do for us? That we should call him to come and govern Biafra. When he did not even recognize the name. He did not say, let me make this reserve for my people, just in case this house of Fulani Boko Haram starts attacking them. He never thought of it, he never even put us in any agenda. And why should we recognize him to give him a position? What did he do for us? If you hear how many people even Guru Jonathan also have to kill our own people, he didn't want to shed blood. He's a coward if you don't know. In all Guru Jonathan did, he did not affect us in any way. Now he said, if he didn't build the second Naija bridge, he will go on exile. We are waiting for it because he didn't build it. This is our people. The sand is being checked. The sand is being evaluated. The poles are being put in. And the whole ground is being dug. All these things are fabrications. But he was going straight enough, giving them whatever they want. And they send one Alahaja, one woman to come and discourage our people. That they found they have to take it into Germany. They tell our people several stories and they believe it. Because we left buffoons in the house of Guru Jonathan. Because if you're clever, they will never like you. Our people say, well, when a clever chap is around you, you will not like him because before you do something, he will tell you where you're going. Just like we are leading the way in the media industry. Before anything happens, we tell them where they are going. Within a short period of time. Now the Yorubas are relaying the reasons why Guru Jonathan was dropped off. And this is what the director was shouting 2 years ago, if not 3 years ago, that this is how Guru Jonathan is going to end up. The director even said the particular counting that Guru Jonathan, they will use at least about 2 million to count him off. And that was exactly the whole use. Yes, 2 million. Director, do not complain ever again. Our people, be warned. Those who are trying to stand against us, this particular journey is rough. You will see the handwriting of Chukwu Abiyama. It's been a while. The foundation, we have dug it already. The investigations, we've done it because our roads are smooth. From Onitsha to Mbano to Ikwere to Ihime down to Owerri to Mbise. The road is smooth. Guru Jonathan refused to be part of us. A year, 2, 3, 4, 5, going to 6 years. He did not believe we were humans. He was following the House of Fulani Yoruba kind of attitude. And these particular people, all the mineral resources is coming from their land. You know, Jonathan is a big disgrace to our people. And you cannot mince any words telling him if he chooses to come to Biafra. How can he choose to come to Biafra? Did you do anything in Biafra land? No. We don't massage the words here on Radio Biafra. We tell you as it is. If you look after us, we look after you. If you hate me, I hate you. Mama will say, if you love me, I will love you. I don't believe putting myself over you. Because of what? We all bleed, we all drink, we all die. Americans are trying to hoodwink us. And of course, not American public, as director rightly put it. Not the British public, but their politicians. And foolishly, they will send their people, innocent, to go and die for them, while their children are going to the best universities in order to become prime minister ever again after them. And this is what our people should start realizing, whether you are black, India white. Those are the helm of affairs who go and cause war. And then they send your own children to go and shed their blood elsewhere. All of you should be very careful in whatever you do. To victimize others, it's not right before Chukwuabiama. All we do and asking for, we want to go back home. At least to alleviate the British people and their immigration problems. We are too many in your country, we agree. We have to go home. We want to go home to let you carry on with your own country. We need to go and serve our own country too. Because too many of us are here, neglected, being punished, unnecessarily just for the sake somebody is running away from their country. They come over here, you lock them up. What is the justification for doing so? We want to go home. But the more you carry on asking Hausa Fulani Boko Haram to keep Biafran, you will have floods of immigrants here. I know Americans want people to come and watch their streets and all the rest of it. Our people, it's about time you realize you need to go home and watch your own street. Alexa, let me hand this back to you. Chukwuabiama bless you as always, and the whole of Biafran people and all the directorates of state. We are meeting today, this evening. Director, yes, it's in Forest Gate today while we're having our meeting, as you announced last night. Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister. Everything you have said I have accepted very graciously and in good faith and shall act accordingly, of course. If Chukwuabiama said I shouldn't complain, who am I? I'm even quaking right now in my boots. This is Radio Biafra. I will no longer complain. I just got on with the job. Once I finish, I go to Yojita and I do fishing there. A few meetings to announce. We said I hope, terrorists, you're listening. Terrorist Buhari, I hope you're listening. We are everywhere in the world. They don't know that, do they? They think we are doing our job very quietly on the ground. Very quietly. To make sure we anchor this very effort, restoration effort, in places where it can never fall. Some of you don't know the meaning of the little hiccup we had the last time with the informants selling information to the zoo government. Chukwuabiama merely told us the countries where we should go and anchor this very effort, and it will never ever fall. There will be IPOB family meeting today, being April the 4th, by 6 p.m. in New Covenant Church at a place called Simon Bolivar 14, 28197 in Bremen. Bremen is in Germany, please. We have a family in Bremen too. If you know anybody visiting Bremen, I will give you a telephone number to give to them to go and join this meeting. Regardless of where they're visiting Germany from, they can go to Bremen for our family IPOB family meeting today. Once again, this meeting is holding at 6 p.m. this evening in New Covenant Church. New Covenant Church, Simon Bolivar 14, 28197 Bremen. We are expecting our members to be prompt, or Biafran citizens to be prompt. Friends and new members are also heartily welcome to this very crucial family meeting. We have a telephone number for you. Anytime we announce a meeting, there is always a telephone number following it. Please get your pen and paper and I will give you the number to contact if you want to be part of the family meeting in Bremen, Germany today. Everywhere around the world we are meeting. As Barrister said, and as I announced last night, those of you in London are meeting in Forest. I wish I was there. You know, London meetings are something else. I wish I was there. This is Radio Biafra. We are here doing the work that Chukwuabiama said we must come and do. Once again, the number for Bremen, if you want to attend the family meeting, Onyeka Chukwu Zemba, who is one of us over there, the number is 015-21-31-54731. I repeat, this is for those wanting to attend the meeting in Bremen, please. at the New Covenant Church in Simon Bolivar 14 or 14 Simon Bolivar. The postcode is 28197 in Bremen. Bremen is in Germany, and I have been there to preach this very gospel as well. I have preached this gospel in Bremen. Once again, the number to call is 015-213-154-731. Please, for Nyekachukwu Zemba, who is one of us there. Another meeting is also holding all the way in northern Greece, in Thessaloniki. I hope our enemies are listening where we are around the world. Don't worry, very soon at home, every street and every village will have a family meeting. Don't worry about that. We are coming. Before we march, that is. Another meeting is holding of this very family, IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, in northern Greece, in Thessaloniki. Is holding on Sunday, which is tomorrow. The venue is the Migrant Place, MOI 23. Migrant Place, MOI 23 for the family in Thessaloniki, in northern Greece. Please, is the first floor of that very building. Migrant Place, MOI 23, first floor. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. Lateness will not be allowed. Make sure you are a Biafran to this call before coming. Sorry, make sure you're a Biafran and call before you come. But there is no telephone number for the Thessaloniki family. I prefer telephone numbers, please. You can supply us with a telephone number. Please, supply us with a telephone number. Athens is also meeting, is that correct? There is also a family meeting in Athens. I'm not too sure. I need Obodechi to please clarify if there's a meeting in Athens as well. There is a meeting in Athens. Yes, there is a meeting in Athens and also in Thessaloniki. But the Thessaloniki is our address we've given to you, and I need a telephone number for Greece, please, so we can inform our people accordingly. Thank you very much, all of you coordinators, zonal coordinators, working very hard. Your reward is a free Biafra where you can live freely and happily ever after. Wonderful. I want to see what this news. Somebody sent this to me. Louis Nicole Ikechuku sent something to us on hundreds protest Sharia law in Australia. Australian people are protesting against Sharia law. Here in the zoo, monkeys and baboons are busy rigging a Sharia terrorist into office. Buhari is a Sharia terrorist into office. Why was that possible? Because the Muslim-loving British and the Islamic President of America, Obama, decided to allow this very man to ascend into office. Thank you very much, Louis Nicole Ike, for this. Hundreds of people are protesting Sharia law in Australia. The Australian public will also support us. As you can see, we are no longer going to go for the governments. We go for the people. Simple as that. I'm a Radio Biafra. Of course, they are listening. They are listening. This is Good Morning, my director, Chibike Amade from Hong Kong. They are meeting as well. The family is also meeting in Hong Kong today. Do you see how big we are? Greece, Germany, Hong Kong, United Kingdom, everywhere you go to, we are meeting. We've not even announced Italy. Not one. How many zones we have in Italy? About 13, 14? My goodness me. If you're not part of IPOB, you will be left behind. Of course, because if you come in and you speak the truth, we work with it. If you are brilliant, of course, we will promote you into areas and positions where you work for Biafra. You don't work for anybody. Nobody works for me. You work for your country. When you're looking, your focus is on Biafra that is free, not on a human being. You look to Biafra. Any work you do is for Biafra, for your information, please. Hong Kong is meeting today. Just to remind everyone about our meeting at Shamshui. I want to know the time in Hong Kong, please. They're saying it is tomorrow. At Shamshui Poplay Ground. My goodness. In Hong Kong by 6 p.m. I think it's tomorrow. They're saying he sent this thing 30 minutes ago. So it is tomorrow, please, which is Easter Sunday. In Hong Kong, please. 6 p.m. tomorrow in Hong Kong, Easter Sunday. Family meeting there, please. There is no telephone number, please. We need it. We need telephone numbers, please. We need telephone numbers, please. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. All of you announcing your meetings, thank you very much. Also put it on Facebook, please. All these things should be pinned on Facebook as well to remind people, do we have any meeting coming up elsewhere? There is also another meeting. Dear Lord God have mercy. This one is taking place in Geneva. We are meeting in Switzerland in Geneva, and the Geneva coordinator is MAZI Akubwe Williams. The IPOB family, if you go to Geneva, you must contact MAZI Akubwe Williams. He is one of us, and he is part of this very family. Part of this very family. This is Radio Biafra. This is Radio Biafra. We must continue to preach this gospel in truth and honesty. We are meeting in Geneva, 6 p.m. prompt. And what day is this? I need to know the date that this meeting is holding. Give me all the facts and I will announce it. The meeting is today, Saturday the 4th. Today, please. The family meeting is holding in Geneva today. If you have anybody visiting Switzerland in Geneva, IPOB is meeting. The IPOB family is in Geneva and they are meeting. We are indigenous people of Biafra. We are also in Geneva. We are also in other places around Switzerland. You find us and then you join us. The address of this meeting is Rue du Nantes. I think is Rue du Nantes. I think I pronounced it correctly. 4. Rue du Nantes 4. 1207. I wish Onyinyechi is here to pronounce this correctly for me. It is Rue du Nantes. Sorry, he wants to speak on air? Please, on air, is that correct? It is very important that everyone attends this very meeting, the meeting of the family in Geneva, Rue du Nantes 4, 1207 in Geneva. It is beside Marie du Orvive. My French is not very good, please. My French is not very good. The time of this very meeting is 6 p.m. prompt. It is very important that everyone attends this meeting as we will be discussing key issues concerning the restoration of Biafra. Chukwu Abiyama is our God. Of course, he is the number for MAZI Akubwe is this. +41 76 320 5203. +41 76 32 05 203 for those of you wishing to attend the meeting today in Geneva, Switzerland, where we have another family meeting. Everywhere you go to, people are meeting. Even Stuttgart is meeting today as well. Is that correct? Stuttgart is meeting today as well, if I'm not mistaken. They are meeting today. And the number to call, please, for Stuttgart meeting today, they are meeting at beside Penthouse is called. Anybody wishing to attend the Stuttgart meeting today should please call. Let's get the number. It's the German number 015 210 221 444 0152 1022 1444. Very, very important, please. If you want to attend the meeting in Stuttgart, we are meeting in Stuttgart. We're also meeting in Bremen. Everywhere around the world, this family is meeting. My goodness. They have now given us the telephone number for Greece, please. For Nnamdi Bodechi, it is +30 697 580 5423. If you want to attend, this is the number to call either in Athens or in Thessaloniki. If you're in Thessaloniki, you can go there. If you're in Athens, you can also go in Greece, please. The number once again is +30 697 580 5423. That is the number there to call. Very, very important if you want to be part of the family over there. And we must continue. This is Radio Biafra, and the effort we are making here is geared towards the restoration of the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth. Biafra will be a truthful nation. If you are a politician and you take a bribe, we will hang you inside your father's compound. If you are a police officer and you take bribe, you will go to jail for 25 years with no possibility of parole. But as a police officer in Biafra land, you will have everything. Your children will go to the finest schools available. In fact, every school will be okay because they'll be funded very well. You will have access to living quarters. You will be paid. Oh my goodness me. You'll be taken care of by the state. But never take bribe. And if you see anybody taking bribe, you don't report it, you go to jail for 5 years. Biafra will not countenance corruption. If you like, be a man of God or man of Satan, it doesn't matter. Once you are corrupt, you will be stripped of everything that you have. Brought down from where you are to the gutter. When we speak on Radio Biafra, people shouldn't write to us and, oh, leave this person. That is rubbish. Let them defend themselves. If we get it wrong, we apologize. There are no sacred cows here. Biafra cannot be like the zoo, where you are afraid to tell somebody the truth because of their status. That is nonsense. If I do something bad, you tell me publicly. If I have the humility in me, I will apologize. If my sins are beyond pardon, I will resign. As simple as that. That is how to do something. Not to say, oh, Imakonyo will happy, Imakonyo. That is nonsense. That is what breeds corruption. It breeds corruption, and we cannot countenance it in Biafra. For your information. For your information. We are live and we are direct. Let us take a few calls before we close. This is Radio Biafra, the caller on the phone. Can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and I can hear you clearly. My name is Injejuika Ikejuku Jejemba Madubike. I am calling from Aba.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I want to thank you, Director. I want to bless God for you. I want to thank God because I have been in a kind of cage. I have been wondering, when will I be released from this cage? And I have been thinking, is there no way God can come for emancipation of his people? But thank God for what Radio Biafra is doing today. God has been faithful. And I want to ask God to keep protecting you, to keep guiding you, to give you more wisdom, to give you more knowledge, to give you more understanding, and to also give you more insight, the word of knowledge, that you might be able to take this Biafra to his promised land. And I also want to ask every Biafran all over the world to let good luck out of our way. You know what I mean? I see good luck as a person God is using to bring us together through his failure. Good luck failed, but we must forgive him, because through good luck failure, God is bringing South and Southeast together as brothers and as one. I also want to let us know that in unity and in oneness and in truth, we will fight this battle and we will win. Already, as I've said before, that this army is defied. The army that takes bribe is defied. The police that takes bribe is defied. The government that takes bribe is defied. The politician that takes bribe is defied. Therefore, the geopolitical zone of this country is defied. All of them are defied. And we are going to deal to them according to the word of God. It has happened in several places in the Bible. When the children of Israel were scattered, they were scattered as a result of worshipping of idols. Our fathers have worshipped idols, and some of us have also embarked in worshipping of idols. And God has decided to use our enemies to torment us. But thank God for the evangelism that is going on. I was listening over the radio the other day. I had a boy that called from Enugu. He said, you have made him to know that idols do not help. And I believe that one that said such a thing must have burned down the idol that is in his house. I believe that such one has also removed the idol that is in his family. So I want to tell every Biafran who is having idol in one way or the other, who is worshipping God that is made of man, should retrieve himself from such barbarian act and look unto God for the emancipation of great Biafrans. And I also want to tell us that we ought to pray, because we ought to fast and pray. I saw Nehemiah trying to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem according to the book of Nehemiah. The Bible says he did this in prayers. He did this in looking unto God as his maker and as the one who is able to fight Jehovah Nissi. We must pray. Everybody, every one of us, even as we are doing this evangelism, we must back it up with prayer, looking unto God for the great emancipation, because I would not want my child to see what I am seeing in Nigeria. I wouldn't want my child to see what I am seeing in this zoo. The zoo is a place that if you cannot beat them, you join them. How can somebody survive in this zoo where corruption is every look and corner? Corruption in the church, corruption in the tradition, corruption in culture. Even in our churches, I see corruption. Even the churches the Yoruba people are head. There is tribalism. A Yoruba man cannot allow Igbo man to head any office that is top in the Yoruba church. Look at the whole Yoruba churches. All the Biafrans listening to me. Look at what is happening in our Yoruba churches. Who is your provisional pastors? Who is the head of department in your churches? Who are the people in charge of the finances in your churches? Who are the people that are leading you in your churches? Even when we say we are one in Christ, can't they give you a benefit of that for Christ's sake? But yet, their tribalism is running in their blood. They can never give you a chance. They say we are one Nigeria. When Yoruba gather together, you are an Igbo man. They will not speak what you will hear. They will be speaking Yoruba. They will not speak English that you might partake as one. What a nonsense. The Afunani and the Hausas have come again to take oil because they are renewing the oil block license. Obama is interested because he's going to have some. David Cameron is interested because he's going to have some. How can we keep quiet and look at these people? But we must pray and we must also come out to fight. Everybody must guide his loins. Like me, I've already started preparing my family. We are going to march, and I will join this army to march. I will not relent. I will not go down. I will face whatever thing you are going to face, my director. Whatever battle that is set ahead of you is also set ahead of me, because I know God will give us victory. I know God will give us victory. God will give us victory. God will give us victory. Anybody hearing my voice, you must know that God is on our side. This is the time, and we must take this battle, and we must win. We must conquer. These people are infidels. They are defiled. We must chew them like caracas. We will burn their cities. We will set them ablaze. Somebody was telling me that Goodluck was making statement yesterday. He said that Nigeria will remember what he has done for Nigeria. I said to the person, Goodluck, had it been his 600 years today, he will make that statement, because in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, there will nothing be like Nigeria. Nigeria is already expired. It's just somebody taking expired drug. Anybody who says he's a Nigerian, or anybody who is still dwelling in Nigeria, I'm seeing the person as a person who is taking an expired food. The person is still taking an expired food, expired juice, and expired drug. That is what you're taking, because Nigeria amalgamation has expired and Nigeria is rotting. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 24, it takes wisdom to build a house, and it takes understanding to establish it, and it also takes knowledge to fill its rooms with pleasant things and beautiful things. What is happening in Nigeria? The opposite side of the Proverbs chapter 24. I want to tell you that Nigeria is not built in wisdom. Nigeria is not built in understanding. It is never established in understanding. What is the mission statement of the white man for Nigeria to run upon? What was their portfolio plan for Nigeria to run upon? Nothing. They just came together because they came and took our oil. They are interested in the oil. They are not interested in the beings, in the human beings that are living in the country. That is why everybody must put these things to nonsense. This is a contraction, and we must put this contraction to end. But everybody must know. I was talking to some group of persons. They told me, you want to fight a war again? I look at them, they are naive. No nation has ever been born without traveling. If you have seen any nation born without traveling, without labor, show me that nation. America traveled before they become America. Even Israel today traveled before they become Israel in 1948. So everybody who just want to get freedom at the platter of gold, you're wasting your time. You must guide your life and travel in battle, total battle, and then you will take your freedom. And that is how freedom is given to any nation that is free. My director, I want to thank God for you, and I want to pray for you that God will keep you, that God will preserve you, that God will protect you, that God will sustain you, that God will make everything possible, humanly and spiritually, to work in good in life for you, so that this vision must be actualized, and it shall be so in the name of Jesus.
Thank you very much, and well preached as well. Thank you very, very much. Some people don't understand. They come to us, we explain to them, and they come into the light. They come into reason, into understanding. They come into their own self-awareness. They come into the consciousness of Biafra. That is our job, and we must do it. Some of you, perhaps out of envy, I love jealous people. It also costs one minute to hear too. I love it. I enjoy it. The three problems an Igbo man has is greed, envy, and jealousy. That is why they're very poor. And what I was a boy. Greed, envy, and jealousy. The killer of Igbo men. But here we cure every disease. By the time you finish listening to Radio Biafra, you become like Einstein. Even the worst imbeciles. Now Jonathan will listen to Radio Biafra even more often and be able to learn. This is Radio Biafra. We have come to you this very morning. We must bring our program to a conclusion because there are too many calls. Too many people coming to see us and too many errands to run. But this evening we shall reconvene, not by any strength that we possess, by the grace of heaven. Barrister having spoken, of course, I have listened. Because when some messages are being sent, we listen to them. We belong to heaven, the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, and for that very reason, this effort must continue now and forever until Biafra comes and beyond, that in the end, all honor and glory may belong to no man but only to Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. That is why to us, Biafra is much more than a country. It is indeed our religion. And here is where we worship on Radio Biafra, because Chukwu Abiyama is our God. He is going to guide each and every one of you, protect you, not just sustain you, as long as you don't worship idol. Arusi wiheruraru. Iheruraru kurubu arusi. That is why you don't bow down before anything else. And as you know, in Heroraro, you don't deal with it. You don't go near it. Neither do we worship the idol that the Europeans worship. Here we worship Chukwu Abiyama in truth and in honesty. No image, no picture, nothing, as we are commanded to. If you kneel down before any graven image, you are a child of Satan. It doesn't matter what the depiction is. If they like, let them mold something and say, oh, this is little Jesus Christ. This is little Virgin Mary and the father Joseph. Arose kobo. Idol. Therefore satanic. Ekwensu kobo. Do you think Radio Biafra will mince words here? Do you think we pander to people? You are mistaken. The truth is what we preach here. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why Chukwu Abiyama will bless Biafra. Until we'll join again this very evening from me, from here, this very second, it is simply good morning.